Hello, and welcome back to Sew April. So this is hashtag Fridaysews, where we talk about what we've done, what we're working on, and life in general. So I do have a lot of life in general in the end, and I apologize, but it's stuff that I feel like I really do need to talk about. So let's go into sewing. So I have been working my butt off sewing these dresses for the Project Dress a Girl from that Mari from Fridaysews is doing on YouTube, and I will link her description below. So I have been cutting and sewing and got a pile of stuff that is not done yet. I literally spent like probably about 4 or 5 hours cutting all this stuff one day, and then the next day, which was yesterday, I was ready to sew. I thought, oh, I have everything ready. And by the way, I'm doing 8 dresses. 2 of them I'm giving to my granddaughter, so that's going to be fun. Pam had sent me some from Made by Pam. She had sent me some Dress a Girl labels, which I lost, so I'm going to try to look for those too while I'm in this process. Anyways, I was ready to sew and everything, and come to find out, I was so short on making the bodices. Like, these are inside out. I haven't finished them, obviously, but so there's one side, and then there's the other. You know, it's 2 pieces of fabric for each piece, and then like here's one and another. So there's 4 pieces for each bodice, like 1 in the front, or 2 in the front, 2 in the back. I figured that would be good. That way, in case the fabric's a little bit sheer, then there's double the fabric, and you know, the children are covered more. And I feel like that's a really good thing. But yeah, I had missed so many of those to cut out, and I'm making 2 of the Allison tent dresses, and oh my gosh, the ruffles on those things, whew, so much fabric, so much fabric. Like, I almost didn't have enough fabric because there was so much fabric just for the ruffles. I was like floored. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I probably could have used half of the ruffles to make it work, but I'm doing it the way that it says because I want to see what it's going to look like. I might do one, and then if it's like way overkill, then I'll lower the other one. But yeah, so I'm working on those, and then I still have not cut out my patterns for my April styles, which is Stitch Upon a Time for this month. So yeah, now I have been buying a lot of fabrics or patterns. There are sales right now for Rebecca Page patterns. They're half off, so I've been buying a ton of those, and I think that's going to be my October April styles because I bought a ton. I'm really excited to make those, and then also the Halla H-A-L-L-A patterns are still having a sale. I think all the other ones kind of dropped out with their sales right now, so I'll link those down below. But okay, so now I'm going to talk about life. So as I talked about last week about my husband's health, that kind of really stressed me out and kind of made me realize we live paycheck to paycheck. Like, literally, we get paid, I pay the bills, get groceries, and we have no money until next payday. So, and we get paid every 2 weeks, so that doesn't really help out that much. But, you know, this is how we do it. Well, with him having to go to the heart doctor now and having to take these extra medicines, the cholesterol medicine and the Coumadin, and then we have to get lab work to check his blood clotting. All that's costing money, and I don't want it to take out from us being able to see my daughter and granddaughter when we go on vacation. So in December for Christmas. Yay! So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm really hoping that we're able to do that because he is off for a plant shutdown for the week, so he'll have vacation and everything, so that'll be really good. But saying that, I've realized, oh, I really do need a job, and my health has been not good for me having a job in the past, because, you know, I have psoriatic arthritis, I have fibromyalgia, I do get in flares. Right now I have a really horrible migraine, and I'm just kind of sucking through it to get this video up. But I realized I need a job, and I thought I need to find something that isn't going to be too stressful, and so I decided that, I don't know if I should really say anything, but I found what I think is the perfect job, and I guess later on, if I get the job, I will go ahead and say it because I really don't know. I applied for one position, but I told them I'm available for 2, so I don't really know where they would place me, but yeah, so that's exciting. So that's why I bought the Rebecca Page patterns, because I thought that would be more of like work style clothes, and that would be, you know, something really beneficial to have. So I got those parts out of the way. So the rest of the like life thing, and I almost didn't know if I really wanted to talk about it on my channel, but I do feel like it's something that people really need to be aware of, and I also want to be able to look back and, you know, like if I forget some of what I'm telling you, then I know what I said, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm sure y'all are very aware of how people do sex trafficking, and like there was that lady about 2 weeks ago that was just out on a jog and she got kidnapped. I'm not saying that was going to happen to me, but I have no idea what was going to happen to me. So I was just shopping at one of the Walmarts in a town that's pretty close to me, and I'm talking on the phone to my sister, and I tell her, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm done. And that guy like almost broke his neck to turn and look at me. I'm not going to say his race, because I don't feel that's a factor at all, because to me that's really not an issue. I will say he was over 6 foot tall and over 400 pounds, and he did not have a basket in the store. He just had his phone, and he kept his phone on him. And when I noticed that he kind of looked really interested that I was fixing to leave, I told my sister, I was like, oh wait, I think I forgot something. So then I went to another aisle. I was like, oh yeah, so he could hear me say that. And then when I went to the next aisle, at the front of the aisle, like here I'm in the aisle, he's at the front of the aisle. And I'm like, okay, you know, well maybe he needed to get something or was looking at something. Okay, you know, whatever. So then I went back that way, and then like 2 or 3 more aisles, this kept happening for like 3 times. And then I like went around really fast and got in through the clothing section. I did notice that over by there where he was at, there was also 2 other guys, like they were beside each other, and they had the phone in between them. So I don't know if that was something to do with him or not. I have no idea. But I literally had to zigzag through the clothing section, and I saw him up there at the cash registers. Like, he looked like he was waiting on me, and I was like, wait a minute. I told my sister, I said, I'm starting to feel a little paranoid, like I'm a little bit freaked out. So I waited for him to move further, and he just like left, and I couldn't see him. And I was like, okay. So I tell the lady at the cashier, and I'm like, well, I was thinking I might have to have someone walk me out because I felt like this guy was like stalking me. I said, but maybe, you know, he wasn't. Maybe he was just looking for something. I don't know. And she said, well, is he around? And I was like, I don't see him. And then I looked, and he was over by the pharmacy section. And I said, oh, wait, yeah, he's over there. And she said, well, would you want someone to walk you out? And I said, yeah, let's go ahead and have someone walk me out, just because that's a little weird that, like, he's right there now. And that just, you know, like, caught me off guard. And she was like, okay, no problem. So she had the manager come. And before I finished cashing out, I'm in this section right here where my cashier is. He's literally in the lane behind me. No basket. He didn't buy anything in the store. He wasn't buying anything. He was talking to one of the worker ladies. And this lady had already had the manager come. So the manager went to walk me out. And I told her, you know, what had gone on. She said, you know, you're the second person this week that I've had to walk out. She said, I'm from California. She had a little bitty knife on her keychain. She goes, yeah, I know where all the main arteries are. I'll cut. And I said, good, because I don't know where anything is. And, you know, like, that just was totally, like, freaking me out that he was, like, right there. And we got to the car, and she said, you know what? She said, I'm going to help you load your stuff up, because I don't want there to be a chance where he can, like, see you leave. And I said, okay, that'll be fine. And I told her, I said, I know, you know, he probably wouldn't want me for sex trafficking, you know, because I'm older and everything. I said, but my sister had told me one time she had picked someone up, you know, like, gave this lady a ride, because she was on, you know, she broke down the side of the road with, like, a little baby, so she gave her a ride. And the lady was telling her how, oh, my sister said, oh, I'm not worried about sex trafficking. I'm a big girl. They don't want big girls. And the lady told her, oh, no, honey, your organs are worth a lot more than that. And so, like, that was going through my head, too, when this whole situation was going on. It was like, oh, my gosh. So, like, would he want me for sex trafficking? Would he want me just to cut me for my organs? Like, how do you say? I said, told my sister, I said, I need a shirt that says bad organs or something so they don't want to get me, because I do have cysts on my kidneys and stuff. So, but anyways, like, that was weird. And then I told her, I said, well, he was a really big guy too, so maybe he just wanted to steal my food, but still that would be scary in itself too. But I'm just telling everyone so that way they know. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't think, oh, it can't happen to me, or I'm too old, I'm too fat, nobody's gonna want me. No, people do. And like I said, whether or not it's for something bad, like all those things, or not, you know, they might want you for one of those reasons, and, you know, you should be safe, because I'm sure you have family that loves you, husband, children, you know, whoever. So, like I said, I was actually hesitant to post it on my Facebook, because I didn't want people to think that I was like, oh, I just wanted all their, oh, I'm so sorry, and, like, you know, all that. Like I told him, I said, I don't want people to feel sorry for me about it. I don't want it to, like, how do I say it? I don't want to feel like a victim, even though I know I kind of was. I did order a taser, stun gun, whatever you want to call it, on Amazon. I didn't know they sold those. So I ordered that, and I'm looking into self-defense classes, because I do feel like if I was prepared, maybe it would take a little bit of that off, and I would know how to react in that situation. A friend of mine said on my Facebook, she goes, oh, well, I guess I need to start carrying my gun around. And I said, yeah, that's the reason that I want to learn self-defense, because what if you can't get to your gun, you know, which is the same thing like with the taser. If you can't get to it, it's pointless, you know. You need to learn how to take care of yourself. So I don't want it to, like, you know, make me to where I don't want to leave the house or don't want to do anything, but I do want to be able to be in control. So I figure this is something that I can do to help myself. And I hope with all this rambling on and on that y'all take me serious, and like I said, keep an eye on your surrounding. If you notice something suspicious and you're at the store, ask someone to walk you out. It's part of their jobs too. It's like, it's not going to be something that they should say, oh no, I can't. If they can't, you talk to a manager. But like I said, just be aware of your surrounding and be safe. So anyways, I think that's all I was going to talk about. And oh no, I was going to mention, I did finish my bag from my collab with Michelle Sews again, with the Sewpurpletoendalz 22. I finished my bag, and that collab will be up Sunday, and Kris from Sew Notes and Granny from Sewing Room will also be in the collab too. So don't forget to check all of our videos out, because I'm sure all these lovely ladies made amazing bags, and yeah, it's just so amazing. But yeah, so y'all have a very, very blessed day, and have a great weekend. I will catch you next time. Bye.